That was a different world. It was a different world.
Did your mom come and help, or it was just the midwife and you and Grandpa pretty much got kicked out of the house?
And the doctor came.
Oh, and a doctor came.
Yeah. Our doctor was in Gert. At the time was Gert was where his office was. So it took him a few minutes to get there. But in the meantime, she came.
That was how it was done.
I bet you can't imagine a role like that, can you?
No.
I wouldn't have had given birth if I hadn't had drugs. I don't think I would have been able to do it.
You wouldn't have known any different.
It was a lot simpler world.
Do you wish it wasn't so complicated now?
It's too complicated for me. I don't think for you younger ones it is, but it is for me. It's too complicated.
I wish it was safer. You know, you could trust people more. See, I'm pretty trust. You know, I trust a lot of people even though I shouldn't. You know, I just expect people to be good.
Got you on the spot and want to get them all answered. So basically, as soon as you got married, you kind of started your own life. You went to a different place. Grandpa starts a different job, and is that when you changed churches? Is that when you?
And we didn't change churches that quick. Because we didn't have a church in the Heights then. Our church is only 15 years old.
Okay.
And the first 4 of my kids were baptized in the Pillar Church. I was baptized in the Pillar Church. And the first 4 were baptized there. Then we didn't have the Christian Reform built the house, the Heights, and Calvary Reform came in right around pretty much the same time. And we were first. So when we got a church close enough, we didn't have to bring the kids into town all the time. And we went there.
What church did Grandpa go to when he was growing up?
Emmanuel. No, yeah, he went to Emmanuel. He started in Naber Church.
Okay.
Until he was around 12 years old, I believe he said. Then they both went to Emmanuel.
That one's probably closer.
Naber's a lot closer. Right in the neighborhood where Emmanuel's downtown. Naber is Christian Reformed, Emmanuel's Baptist.
Oh.
But Baptist had just come into town, and his grandparents went there. They were so enthused about it that they talked his folks into trying it, and they liked it. So that's where they went.
So he was actually raised as a Baptist.
He was raised Baptist, but he was baptized Christian Reformed.
And the Pillar was Reformed or Christian?
Christian Reformed.
Christian Reformed.
What are they doing? Puzzles?
Reading the book. Jenna, you have any more questions?
This one probably isn't fair, but if there was one thing that you could change in your life that you probably couldn't have changed then, what would it be? What would you wish could be different? It's okay if it's too much. I don't know what my answer would be, you know?
No, I really couldn't say.
Well, it was a pretty good life, huh?
Yeah. I didn't have a happy childhood, but then it was a pretty good life otherwise.
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of that was because of the Depression, or was it just because
I don't know what
your
it was.
parents?
It was probably depression, but it was also my parents' attitude.
don't you go sit right in front of the
And
couch?
was it just their old-fashionedness, their,
Do you wish they would have encouraged you more?
Yeah, I wish they had, they were not one that encouraged, and they're not one that praised, they were not one that were, we never got hugged or kissed or anything like that. They just, were just kind of cold.
did you raise your kids differently?
I tried. I think Grandpa did a better job at it.
He probably was raised a little bit more affectionately, do you think?
He was a hugger, and he was a laugher, and he could tell jokes.
Opposites attract.
Hmm?
He was different, a lot different than what you were used to.
Yeah,
Is that what attracted you to him?
I think so. His cheerfulness, he was always seemed to be happy.
Always smiling.
And was his whole family friendly and cheerful?
Mhm.
Let me go get the, no, let me go get the, let me go get the.
Do you think?
I think part of my dad's problem was he never was really that well. He always had a problem with ulcers.
Oh, he did.
And even invincible when he had ulcers. And I think part of the problem was his health. And he worked hard, he was always tired, I guess.
Here you go.
And they never complained.
So he had ulcers when he was young and he lived so
Let me go.
long.
Yeah. But he had one time, he had half, like 2/3 of his stomach taken away.
Oh
It
my.
was so bad, it was scarred with ulcers. So they had,
Just like that.
he had surgery. And of course, your stomach will stretch again. But he wasn't a big eater anyways.
Alright, that's just.
I think that was part of his problem. And of course, my mother was always pregnant, so
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, how happy would
she
you be?
had her kids all 13 months apart practically.
Tired.
A lot of stress.
A lot of stress.
You probably had to help a lot with the younger.
Oh, yes. And when my brother Myra was born, at 9 years old, she turned him over to me.
Yeah.
You take care of him. I had to change him and feed him. And she took care of him, but then
Right, but
it was my job to take care of those things.
Yeah, she was busy. Yeah, you probably cooked a lot.
I didn't do a lot of the cooking.
No?
It was a small kitchen we had. She just didn't have room for a lot of people in the kitchen with her, I guess. And she liked to cook. Didn't do a lot of cooking, and I don't think with that kerosene stove she encouraged us to, because that was no complaint. And I don't think she encouraged us to be in with that.
When did your dad have those little dogs?
The dogs all the time. He always had dogs.
When you were little too?
What's this called?
I can't remember when we didn't have dogs.
Pit bulls.
He had, no, not pit bulls, boxers.
Boxers.
Yeah. And one time we had two big Newfoundlands. One was black and one was black and white. And he had a Great Dane there. No, yeah, it was Great Dane. He had for a while. And then, but he raised boxers and he raised Norwegian Outcomes.
And would sell them.
He sold them.
And trained them? Did he train?
No, he didn't train them.
Outside there?
He just had them, he sold the pups as soon as they were
Did
able.
you hear the clock, Jenna?
He sold the pups.
Yeah, me too.
And then he just kept just so many for himself for breeding, and he didn't, we didn't have anything to do with it.
I found a piece.
He didn't want us near them.
I don't know.
I don't know if he didn't want thought we would spoil them or what, I don't know what he thought. But, no, we didn't go near them. They were his dogs.
So when you were young, he had those dogs too?
No, and I found a piece.
But we never had a pet of our own. The Newfoundlands, we did have, for a while, we could play with them, and we didn't have them very long. One had pups, and I don't know what happened, but she died soon after that. And I don't know what happened to the other one either. He was just gone.
Oh, go over here.